Hi, I'm Danny and these are my Diecast Disasters. And here we have a Hot Wheels Erikenstein rod. These were produced in 2020 as a partner to the mod rod. And that's when I bought this one, and I've had it sitting around ever since then, trying to think of something cool to do with it. It's a odd looking hot rodded truck. There's things I like about it and things I don't like about it. In particular, I'm not keen on that rear end, so I've decided that I'm going to chop that off and I'm going to make a Pikes Peak style Hillclimb truck out of it. Maybe I can take on Pikes Peak with it. So there's two posts to drill out, and then I can take it all apart. Consists of the base there, the interior and engine, and the windscreen with a scoop on it. And so with that all disassembled, I can use some paint stripper and strip the paint off of the casting. Here it is once I've washed the paint off. Next thing I'm going to do is chop off that ugly framework on the rear end. I'm just using a cutting disc on my Dremel. Once the bulk's removed with the Dremel, I can use a file to clean it up a bit more. There we go, looking heaps better already. Step was to give it a clean up with the wire brush on my Dremel, get rid of the oxidation and a few scraps of paint that was still on there. So there it is, looking nice and shiny. And this is how it looks when I put it all back together, looking heaps better. Next I drilled a couple of wee holes behind the cab and used those to add some beams coming down. These are just made from some little lengths of coated paper clips, like coated with plastic. So I leave those attached to the cab for painting, and I glued them in there using some super glue. Next I'm going to remove the chrome from the interior section using some hot water and some caustic soda. Remember not to touch the caustic solution because you'll burn yourself. And here it is. I had to leave it soaking for about 20 minutes, but the chrome did all come off. Next I made a rear wing out of some styrene. And I used some styrene rod to make a frame to put it on. I've glued this onto the interior section. Then I glue the wing onto that. And to get it all back together again, I also have cut off the air intake that was attached to the rear of the windscreen. So here's how it's all looking now. Plenty of downforce. Next I'm going to pop the wheels and axles out of the base. I make a little wee splitter, put on the front, just using styrene again. So I'll be gluing this onto the front of the base. And there it is. I've added a couple of little strengthening rods there as well. And here's how it looks reassembled with that splitter in place. So that's all of the fabrication pretty much done. Here's our parts. Now they're ready for some paint. So I started by painting the interior and engine section in silver, and then the wing at the back and the frame in black. And I've detailed the seat there. You can see it's got an enormous rat and a tiny pizza. Next I finished it off just with some black wash over all the silver areas. And similarly with the base, painted the splitter black and the rest of it silver. And again I finished this with some black wash. And finally for the cab, so this was given a couple of coats of nice clean white. And I detailed the front lights there and the roll bars. And then I've made some decals here. I've kept the number 52 that Hot Wheels had on it. I've made a pinstripe to go over the top there. And here they are after I've applied those. And I just finished it off with a couple of coats of gloss clear. And so here's all the parts of our customized Hillclimb Erikenstein rod, all ready to go back together. You can see I've got some replacement wheels for it there. So while I'm reassembling that, we'll just take a quick look back at what we started with. Here it is. Our quirky looking little Hot Wheels Erikenstein hot rod truck, but I'm going to customize it a bit and give it some extra downforce, ready for Pikes Peak. And here it is, our finished customized Hot Wheels Erikenstein Hillclimb truck. So I've gotten rid of that ugly framework at the back and exposed some of those nice details in the rear, giving it a nice big rear wing for plenty of downforce when it's going up the hill, along with a front splitter, nice new set of aftermarket wheels, and of course a nice new white paint job and some fresh decals. So after a few months sitting around with me wondering what to do with it, I'm pretty pleased with how this has come out. You can let me know what you think in the comments down below. I think the diecast community had a bit of a build off with this model a few weeks ago, so maybe track down some of those builds and check those out if you enjoyed this, see what they did with it. As always, a massive thanks to my awesome Patreons. Welcome to my newest Patreon, Camchak. Thanks heaps, Camchak. I really appreciate the support. And thanks to you out there for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.